No, he's not here.
I got the lease too.
After all that, good.
Okay, I'm going to call the March 26th, 2024 meeting to order. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect our neighborhoods. Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander?
Here.
Councilwoman Noon?
Here.
Councilman Brooks?
Here.
Councilman Sackett?
Here.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Here.
Councilman Quinn?
Here.
Councilman Vojtovich?
Here.
Vice President Sahlberg?
Here.
President Kretz.
Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Rockaway. Notice was posted on the official bulletin boards of Rockaway Township, the Township website, and notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk. Thank you. Before we get going, I'm going to turn the meeting over to Mayor Jackson.
Thank you, Council President. I'd like to call up Captain Shear and our three newest police officers, Officer McCaffrey, Officer McCormick, and Officer Ninehouse. So I wanted cameras up there. You guys face forward. I want the residents of Rockaway to meet our newest police officers. Officer McCormick right here got the highest academic award in the class, in the graduating class. She had a 98 average, I believe.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Caffrey, you came close with the physical fitness. Okay, good. And a lot of people know the Ninehouse family, I think, in Rockaway Township. Captain Shear, do you want to talk about real quick what their next phase of their training will be?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'd like to take a moment to congratulate Officer Ninehouse, Officer McCaffrey, and Officer McCormick. They just recently graduated the Police Academy. And their next phase of training, which they have all had the opportunity to start, is their field training. So they are all entering into their field training, and at the end of that, they will then be on their own. So that's about an 8-week program that they enter in at the department. But again, congratulations to all of them, and welcome.
Thanks again.
Congratulations.
Okay, moving on to approval of the minutes from the March 4th budget hearing. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich?
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg?
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Approval of the minutes for the March 12th Township Council regular meeting. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich?
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg?
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. And approval of the minutes from the March 12th Township Council executive session. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich?
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg?
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Going to move on to the open to the public portion. As a reminder, when you come up, please state your name and address for the record, and we are limiting to 3 minutes. Judy Spataro. Yes.
My name is Judy Spataro. I live at 4 Timber Court. this way, Rockaway. I'm
You
sorry?
can turn the mic around.
Oh, turn it this
There
way.
you go.
Okay. The reason that I came this evening was because I live on Timber Court, which is a cul-de-sac off Sanders and Sherbrooke, kind of forgotten little space back there where we get an unusually high volume of water. Our property, which is the farthest corner house, with all the excessive rain, half of my house, outside my house, excuse me, was a puddle of water until today. And there's been drainage, or I should say there's no drainage. There are no basins at all in the cul-de-sac. The road has a pitch so that it accumulates, the water kind of accumulates at my neighbor's house, which is, he's at 3 Timber Court. His driveway is always underwater. Now, and right across the street, which is my property, we have a constant puddle of water, which is terrible. I mean, it's bad in the summer when it rains because it brings flies and mosquitoes and everything. But the worst part is that the sidewalk has sunk, and at least the curbs. And I've been contacting the engineering department, trying to have somebody come out and observe it. We did have somebody come out a couple of years ago, my neighbor, when he was doing his renovations, but for the last 2 months, it's been unsuccessful. I have been unsuccessful in getting somebody to come out and look at it and see what can be done.
Okay, at some point during the meeting, Ms. Cosarelli, if you could just get your email to her, and then we'll get it to the appropriate departments.
Yeah, I've been contacting the engineering department. I don't know if there's somebody else I should be in touch with.
Ms. Cosarelli is our business administrator. She will take care of that.
Okay, perfect.
She'll
Thank
get
you
it to
so
the right
much.
people.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it for the sign-in sheet. Is there anybody from the public who did not fill it out that wishes to speak? Okay. Moving on to the introduction of the 2024 municipal budget. Ordinance 20-24-07, ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriations limits and to establish a capped bank. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Resolution R-24-64 to introduce the budget. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Resolution R-24-65, the Rockaway Township self-exam. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Moving on to ordinances for introduction. O-24-02, ordinance providing for various improvements or purposes to be undertaken in and by the Township of Rockaway in the County of Morris, New Jersey, and reappropriating $4,539,150 therefore, constituting proceeds of obligations of the Township heretofore issued. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Salberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Ordinance O-24-03, bond ordinance providing for the acquisition of a new fire truck by the Township of Rockaway in the County of Morris, New Jersey, appropriating $945,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $900,000 bonds or notes of the Township for financing such appropriation. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes. That is 9 yeses, motion passes. Ordinance O-24-04, bond ordinance appropriating $1,358,500 and authoring the issuance of $1,358,500 bonds or notes of the Township for various improvements or purposes authorized to be undertaken in and by the Township of Rockaway and the County of Morris, New Jersey for the water supply and distribution system of the Township. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that is 9 yeses, motion passes. Ordinance O-24-05, an ordinance fixing the salaries of various officials and contractual employees of the Township of Rockaway and the County of Morris. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Ordinance O-24-06, an ordinance fixing the salaries of various officials and non-contractual employees of the Township of Rockaway and the County of Morris. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion passes. Consent agenda. R-24-61, R-24-62, R-24-63, R-24-66, R-24-67, and R-24-68. Everybody got 68 today, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Clerk, please take the roll.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that is 9 yeses, motion passes. Going to move up agenda item number 12 to the mayoral appointment of Tom Campbell for the Environmental Committee. And we're also going to do, for a fire department appointment, Shay Gerald for Fire Company 2 for full membership. Can I have a motion?
I'll make the motion. I'll second.
Please take the roll.
Who was the second?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon.
Yes.
Councilman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Sackett.
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks.
Yes.
Councilman Quinn.
Yes.
Councilman Vojtovich.
Yes.
Vice President Sahlberg.
Yes.
President Kretz.
Yes, that is 9 yeses. Congratulations. All right, we're going to move on to reports. As a reminder, I'll ask the council people and the administration, thank you. Those guys over there. To try to keep it to 5 minutes or less. Let's start with Councilman Quinn.
Thank you. I just have a few questions for administration, if they would be able to give us an update on the bleachers for Peterson Field. I see the little ones are still out there. I just want an update. And then also, I would like if the mayor has an update on the holistic look at all the fields that we're looking at right now. That's where I'm at.
Councilman Quinn, as a matter of fact, myself, our engineer Allison, Dave Dyer, our recreation director, met with Nickerson. Nickerson is the company that specializes in stadium seating. We came up with another configuration using our space more efficiently, and I believe it will probably get us about 300 seats. Is that right? 350, somewhere around there. So we just met with them and revised those drawings, I want to say, a week ago. So we're waiting for some cost estimates. We also included a press box. We were configuring the idea of putting the press box within the stands and cantilevering it back to provide more seating, but then that would have interfered with driving, and we didn't want anyone driving into the cantilever of our press box. So we 86 that plan. But right now, I think it's a good plan. It will accommodate the needs of the township, including high school. We're also working on a sound system. You need a sound system to be able to hear on either side of the field in order to make it an official game. So we're just waiting for the cost for that. And, I'd like to thank the engineering department who did a good job in reconfiguring the original footprint to maximize seating. And there'll be enough, so we'll have one side will be a natural separation visitor home team, although hopefully, we can all sit on the seats together.
And I'll go through mine in my report, Councilman Quinn. Yep.
Anything else?
No, that's it, thank you.
Councilman Second?
Thank you, Council President. Just one thing, I know a few of us had attended the grand opening of the Holistic Relief Center, Holistic Relief business on Friday, March 15th. So it's good to be at a grand opening of a new business in town and look forward to attending more in the future. Thank you.
Councilman Brooks?
I actually have no report tonight.
There's no hockey going on, nothing?
No, we're tired.
Please make a note of that for the record. Councilman Witovich?
Nothing to report. I just, congratulations to the 3 new police officers. Best of luck in your careers and, be safe.
Councilman Friedlander?
Okay, Substance Abuse Alliance meeting this month. Everything is moving ahead with their phases. I mentioned Celebrity Day, which is May 30th at Copeland, and they have 20 celebrities full. Going to be there that day with the kids from Copeland. There is a fundraiser for supporting the Rockaway Township Substance Abuse Alliance at the F-45 training in East Hanover, which will be May 18th. Push-ups, lateral hop, and the donation is going there. If you see around town, we're also going to have world boxing champion Bobby Ches around the town at different locations, May 4th. That's going to be great. The library is being set up for their festival day in coming months, and I'll keep you posted on that. They've got a lot of new things going on that day. Let's see, what's next? Substance abuse. Environmental Committee, we've had the meeting. We're moving ahead with certain issues. We met tonight with the Water Subcommittee, and I'll report on that further on. A lot of discussion on what to proceed as far as making sure our lakes are safe for the homeowners. Tell you what, I'm going to cut it short. That's it.
Please make a note of that for the record.
So, Celebrity Day is 7 o'clock. It starts 7 o'clock in the morning at Copeland with breakfast, and then they start breaking up into different groups, and then there's going to be a basketball game with the celebrities after that. So it's a great day.
Councilwoman New?
No report, just happy spring, happy Easter, happy Passover.
Councilwoman Brooks?
First, I'd like to congratulate all the new officers. I know Officer McCormick, I think on his day 1, he got to attend the Easter Festival, and help operate the McGruff in the car. So not a bad first day. Secondly, I have a question in regards to a vehicle replacement plan. So I don't know if someone can get me what we have, potentially if there's something in the works. I specifically am asking because I recently had seen what I call the Frankenstein DPW truck. It's kind of like piecemeal together, it looks like. So I'm just curious on what our replacement plans for some of those vehicles are. Everyone knows I love to see the Denville recycling truck around, so when I don't, I'm a happy lady, but I think it's still making its rounds, unfortunately. So just out of curiosity, I'd like to see that plan if we have one, and if not, some updates on what we can do in the future to ensure that all of our vehicles, specifically in DPW, are being replaced appropriately. Also, I'd like to just take the moment and say, if you didn't get the opportunity to see the Copeland Theater performance of Into the Woods Junior, you really missed out. These kids, to be middle school kids, I was blown away. Principal Bayer, hold on, I don't want to miss any of the staff that really just, these kids spent so much time. But you had Mrs. Berta, Ms. Spots, Brandler, Cumberton, Ronnie Johnson and Krista Scott do the scene sets, and they help with it, and it's just so awesome. It was really a super fun show. Vanessa Waxman, Mrs. Colter, and then you obviously have Principal Bayer. It's his first time watching the theater, and it was just, they really did I was floored to see these girls, middle school girls, singing it. It was just awesome, and it was a super fun time. So the props were really good too. Bryce Brooks. Also, I'd like to remind everyone that April 6th is opening day. So if you are on the north end of town, there's usually some sort of hubbub at the firehouses or at all the creeks. So just be careful. The kids are out. Trout season opens on the 6th. And again, happy Easter, happy Passover, all of it. That's all I have.
Mr. Yachafano.
No report.
I'm sorry. I was just saying that's Mr. Yachafano. Council Vice President.
Still have no report.
Also attended the Water Quality Committee meeting with Councilman Friedlander. Just a note about it. This meeting is definitely not just for the residents that live, directly on our lakes. That's of course a big part of it, but it also impacts the myriad of streams and creeks that we have throughout the town that might be affected. That we have discussions on, and just make sure that they're always environmentally clean. So it really does have an impact on really the entire town, and not just specifically our lake communities. As Councilwoman Brooks mentioned, April 6th is Trout Day. One recommendation I'd make for it, nobody does it better than Company One, Hibernia. They have a great day. I don't even know how many decades they've been doing their annual breakfast. Then there's prizes for the kids. They do their own stockings. So if you get a chance, I really recommend come on up Saturday the 6th. It's a great day. And finally, Ms. Cosarelli, thank you for the answer to my questions. The one I do still have out there that I'm hoping I can get is, again, just an update on the master plan.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Did you have anything between then and now, Mr. Yachafano?
No, I'm
Okay.
fine.
Mr. Mayor?
Thank you. Thank you, Council President. There are a few things I wanted to go over with. I wanted to start by saying there's a lot of things out there on Facebook about Norway Field and the status of Norway Field and the purchase of it by the township. So it's being considered as part of the overall review of our fields and facilities for recreation. Norway Field is currently in a lease agreement with the township that doesn't expire until probably 2026, we think. We are looking at that property. It's being put out at a selling point much higher than the assessed value. It has a lot of restrictions, the property, in terms of developing it or doing anything with it. So I don't want to rush into a purchase that, might not, be able to do anything with down the road. So we're really evaluating it. And so Councilman Quinn, as you said, so last week I met with Ms. Ferrante and Mr. Dyer and really talked about field needs, right? So I think it's two components. It's number one, how do we maintain our fields better? Because, what we see is, and Mr. Dyer did a great job, in the beginning of the season, the fields look beautiful, and then by the end, they don't. So we're coming up with some strategies around that, around how we can better maintain our fields, how we can possibly water our fields in season on a proactive basis and care for them and educate our grounds crew on how to maintain them. And then the other piece is really looking at, what is the next phase of development we want to do in terms of recreation and fields. And we talked about a few things. Ms. Ferrante is going to be putting together a concept plan that we will share with the council when it's done. But I think the immediate takeaway is, what are we going to do as a township to better maintain the fields we have? I hope that answered your question. And as we get a concept plan and get more, we'll certainly share that. Also went to the RT Comp Cheer Showcase the week of March 14th. It was a great job. A lot of cheerleaders. They had a lot of first-year competition cheerleaders. Very good program. If you have a child that's into cheerleading, you should really reach out to them. I think I did a post with a link to their Facebook page and their website, so you should definitely consider it. On the 16th, went to the Legion Post 344 and had some incredible corned beef and actually got the recipe. And I'd like to announce that they are doing, and I just did a post, they're having their Easter plant sale. So hopefully either Thursday, March 26th, Friday, March 29th, or Saturday, March 30th, you'll stop by Legion Post 344 and buy plants to support some of our veterans. So it's Thursday and Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. till 5 p.m., and Saturday from 9 o'clock until they sell out. The PD graduation, so this group of recruits actually went to the Passaic County Police Academy, so the graduation was at William Patterson University in Wayne, and it was phenomenal. They did a great job. Our cadets, our new police officers, really did a great job representing our township, so it was pretty exciting. The Easter Festival that Sue Gabe, Kathy Vonk participated in, we had a bunch of people from our DPW department, be part of, was great. It was, considering it was pouring out and the weather was miserable, we had a really good turnout, so we were pretty happy about that. I think it's too late. What time is it? Yeah, so went and gave blood today, White Meadow Lake Blood Drive. Eileen Horowitz, Michael Arty, they do a great job putting on the blood drive at White Meadow Lake, so next time it comes around, it'll be advertised, consider donating blood. Talked about Norway Field, and that's all I got. So.
Okay. I'm just going to go next. Thank you. I just want to take a moment and just highlight a few things about our 2024 municipal budget. I think it's important to note, and not just because of my position, I work here, sometimes mayor and councils don't understand the importance of supporting department requests for operating expenses, capital expenditures, and I just would like to thank the mayor and council for their continued support of the budget, what we present, and the respect for the staff, as well as representing the residents so well and being so concerned. They asked very important questions during the hearing, so I appreciate that. It keeps me on my toes, keeps us on our toes, and it helps us provide better services to all the residents we serve. I just want to point out, one of the biggest parts of a budget is our total net valuation of properties in the town. And in Rockaway Township, our property net valuation has increased almost 7%. So as those property values, you've heard the term ratables, as that increases, that helps with supporting our tax rate, property tax increases here, municipal. I just also would like to point out, along with that, and as you can imagine, would parallel it, that our net valuation for all of our properties went up, so did the assessed value for your properties, your homes. So that's also good news. That went up 7%. In other words, from the average assessed value from last year of $409,777, it is now $437,000, $620. So that is an approximate 7% increase, which is all good. I just also would like to note that the budget here presented tonight is a 0% tax increase for the average assessed home. So those with an average assessed value of $437,670 will not see a property tax increase.
For the municipal portion of the.
Yes, municipal, very important. Okay, and also, please note, that might be thank you, our CFO gave me a whisper. I forgot, we did add in to the budget additional police officers, so that percentage may be a little bit more than zero. I think the overall increase is 1.68 or something like that.
It's about $20 on the average home.
Okay. So I would also like to point out, in the budget, things we have no control over, which are utilities, pensions, Social Security, health benefits, contractual obligations, cost of goods. But overall, it's a good budget, capital budget, and that's all I have to say for tonight. Thank you.
So I want to reiterate what you just said, Ms. Palmieri. So it's about an average of $20 per household, you said?
It's about an average of $20.37 for the average home assessed at $437,620.
But that addition, that increase that, we all agreed on was to put 2 more police officers on the road.
You
And
actually
sergeant.
have 3.
So
2
one sergeant and
officers
2
and a
patrolmen.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's a resident in the town that wouldn't mind putting up $20 to get 3 more cops on the road.
I agree.
So. I
And may
think
they
that's-
be safe.
Yeah, it's money well spent, and like you said too, and I've said it before, the professionalism of the council and the administration taking the budget very seriously. In years past, the budget was a very painful process, and it became a little bit of a show. Whereas now it's very streamlined and professional in the questions, that get asked. So, there's a lot of work done, obviously, by the administration. There's a lot of work done by the council ahead of time. So when we finally come to the budget meeting, a lot of that, extraneous activity is already taken care of. So I just want to thank everybody for that too. Ms. Palmieri?
Just one more thing to add to remind everyone, we do have another meeting in April, but the second meeting in April, I believe it's the 23rd, is when we will be putting before you the adoption of the budget and those other ordinances that I had, as well as the salary ordinances. I also would like to be putting on, I hope, the sewer maintenance annual rate for 2024. That's all I have.
Great. Ms. Ferrante?
First, thank you, Judy, for coming out. I apologize for not connecting with you sooner, and sorry that you had to come out this evening. All right. And Queens Road is kicking, and we've got a lot of drainage. If anybody's traveled Queens Road in the area, it's quite wet, so the plan does call for a lot of drainage, a lot of curbing work. It's actually 2 New Jersey DOT grant projects, so just patience. We'll be in there for a couple more months, and then lastly, I wanted to touch on, recently, I'm not sure if everybody is aware that Governor Murphy passed the bill signed the bill for affordable housing, which is a major overhaul of our affordable housing. So in the coming months, we will be working closely with our planner, Dave Novak, as well as our legal counsel to identify the requirements for the township and watch what other townships are doing to meet these affordable housing obligations. The DCA is required to come out with numbers towards the end of this year, and then a lot of our action will be next year in 2025. Some things that we could prepare ourselves with locally is updating our vacant land adjustment so that we are identifying those vacant properties and those environmental constraints so there's not unrealistic affordable housing regulations placed on them, if that makes sense. But there'll be more updates to come, but just know we're on top of it, following it, and there'll be ordinances in front of you. That's it.
Mr. Tabbitt?
Thank you, Council President. Just a quick note about three grants that are important to the Division of Health and also the Township. The first is the Community Development Block Grant, which we generally make application for each year. I was able to present on behalf of administration and several departments here on March 21st. I believe that Ms. Cosarelli in a prior meeting or at a prior time advised the governing body that the township applied for $104,076 of funding, and a much smaller portion would be put up in in-kind services and capital budget that's in our regular annual budget to support that for upgrades to accessibility here in the municipal building, particularly in the exterior and interior of the main entrance and in the public restrooms. So we'll have to see how the Facilities Committee decides to vote on that, and hopefully we'll find out in the next month or two if the freeholders agree with them and we get funded. With regard to the two major public health grants that we've been working on in Division of Health for the last few years, the Strengthening Local Public Health Capacities Grant, we found out recently that there will be one more year of limited funding, limited in that it won't be several $100,000, but a total of $49,513. I submitted a letter of intent before the March 12th deadline on behalf of the township. The application will be made available April 1st, and as I've done in years past, I'll meet with our CFO and administrator to discuss what would make the most sense in terms of applying for that funding. And with the Enhancing Local Public Health Infrastructure Grant, we didn't receive additional funding, but I found out last week that the timeline to spend that grant, which 2 years of it totaled $670,000 plus minus, we'll have an extra year until June 30th, 2025 to spend it down, which is exceedingly helpful because we will have a balance left as of June 30th of this year. So we'll be able to thoughtfully plan on more spending from the grant dollars. That's all, Council President.
Chief?
As of late, we've been busy with the various storms, with the trees down, road closures, with the flooding, but we've been able to keep up with everything. On the 21st, I was honored to present the new recruits with their diplomas at their graduation ceremony, as well as Officer McCormick's Academic Award for Excellence. On the 18th, our officers responded to an unconscious, unresponsive 27-year-old male in the rear of the Mountain View Manor complex. The officers were able to deliver 3 Narcans, which is a lot, to the individual and bring him back. That was on the 18th. Unfortunately, on the 22nd, we met the same young man in front of Walmart, once again suffering from a heroin overdose. The officers, once again, were able to deliver Narcan to him and revive him. So that's one person, 4 Narcan hits, and the officers were able to bring him back twice. So hopefully he'll learn his lesson. Also, we're starting to see with the warm weather, we're getting a lot of attempted auto burglaries in our neighborhoods. The last one was over this weekend where they were going through the area of Lenox trying the car doors. So what we're doing is we're increasing the patrols in those areas as well as the other areas that are usually hit. And we're also putting out the raves to remind our residents, if you can help us out, please make sure you're locking your car doors and bringing the keys inside. And that's the end of my report.
Mr. Knopf?
No report tonight.
Mr. Dyer?
Just real quick one to add what the mayor had mentioned, that we met with Allison, and the next phase, or what we're going to do, to get the heads of the sports programs in a room, so they give a voice on what direction they feel we should be going. So that's going to be part of this process. Everyone's on the same page, and that meeting will happen as we go along here. Just wanted to add that.
Mr. Heinzelman?
Yes, thank you. On March 8th, after some diligent effort, Paul and I were able to submit a Assistance to Firefighters grant through FEMA. The intent of the grant is to upgrade the fire department's radio system to P25 compliant handsets. The value of the grant request is $900,000. Hopefully we get a positive outcome from that, and we can see improved communications for the fire department. So, more to come. But thank you for tonight.
Okay. Motion to adjourn. All in favor?
So move.
Second.
Have a good day.